Hi, my name's Jennings, and when I was 26 years old, I broke my neck in a car crash, which resulted in a fairly traumatic spinal injury. I was totally paralysed from the neck down for about 6 months, and I was in Stoke Mandeville Hospital for about a year, all told. They were very good, and we did a hell of a lot of hard work. But the first time that they stood me up out of my wheelchair into a set of walking bars, it felt like my spinal column was falling out of my rear end. It was a really strange, I can remember that everything was wobbling about, and it was a very, very strange feeling. Before I had my car crash, I was a bricklayer, and I used to play rugby twice a week, so I was a very fit, strong lad. Yeah, I came out of Stoke Mandeville with a wheelchair and a pair of crutches, and I decided I didn't want to spend the rest of my life in a wheelchair, so I worked really hard and started walking again. Yeah, this is my problem. Lifting my legs, my hip flexors are really, really weak. So I'm having a lot of problems walking, where I never used to. About 5 years ago, I just used one stick, and I walked very well on the beach and all sorts of things. But so we think this is all down to the syrinx in my neck.
On top of your spinal injury?
On top of my spinal injury, which I had for 46 years. Yeah, so maybe your treatment would be the way forward. I think I do every day, Marilla, to sort of keep myself mobile. And because basically my hands are really, really bad. They've got really tight, and that hand used to be almost normal, and this one used to be about as good as that one. But over the last few years, they've really deteriorated, and as has all the muscle in my forearms. And yeah, my legs have got really tight, my hamstrings have got really tight, and it's just, and my hip flexors are really weak as well. So I have to keep trying every day to strengthen them up. And also my shoulders, I used to be able to get them right up in the air, but now I can only really get them to there. And my neck is aching all the time, and that's about it, But this is the sort of thing I do every day to just keep my mobility and keep my strength up. All right.